What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm back to watch some Boruto. This is episode 192. In the last one, they finally found, Kawaki. He had escaped that place. But at the very end, Naruto finally met Kawaki there, and he said that he was going to look after him. So I can't wait to see what that means exactly. Is it just that he's gonna be living in the Leaf Village? Is it that Naruto's gonna adopt him and he's gonna freaking live at the Uzumaki household? I could see that being the case, actually. That would be so interesting because then it would almost be like him and Boruto are brothers. And it just makes me wonder about what the freak is going to happen in the future. So anyways, I want to get into this next one. But before I do, if you guys are enjoying these reactions, leave a like. That would be greatly appreciated. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Feel free to check out the other social media. And if you're watching on YouTube, consider checking out patreon.com/DonDiego if you want to catch these reactions ahead of time. And with that being said, let's get on to the next episode of Boruto. Let's go. Look at the fishies. Whoa, what is this? What in the world is this? What's going on? Ooh, so pretty. Oh, little Kawaki. All right. I really do want to learn more about his past, so I'm all for this. Whoa. Look at how beautiful this all looks. Wow. Who's this guy?
I'm so sorry. I don't have very much right now. We are in a recession, after all.
Where is this place?
Running errands for your father again? You're so young, it must be tough.
Fishes.
Do you like goldfish?
Huh?
You're the first customer I've had since I got to this village. I'll give you a good deal. Goldfish symbolize luck and a growing abundance of money, and they also repel evil spirits. Are you in the middle of an errand? You're a good kid. Your dad asked you to handle that? You don't actually want a goldfish, do you?
No, I don't. I don't have money.
Sorry, I shouldn't have asked. You know, there's gonna be a goldfish exhibition in the town down at the foot of the mountain.
No, really?
There's gonna be all sorts of goldfish from all over the village. It's a lot of fun just looking at them.
Instead of a
And
car
naturally,
exhibition.
admission is free.
I'm sorry.
Man, that kid is kind of strange.
You mentioned that this is your first time coming to this village? Well, that kid lives with his father, who's a complete drunk. People say his dad used to be quite a shinobi back in the day, but I have my doubts about that. No matter how much his dad beats him, he still works hard every single day. Then his dad just spends all the money he makes on booze. I feel bad for the poor kid.
If things
So
are
I wonder,
rough
did
on
he?
him,
I wonder,
then
did he
just run
sell
away.
him to freaking?
Come on, do you really think that there's anywhere a kid that
Jigen?
age can run off to? He's just like one of those goldfish. If he were to leap out of that water, he'd die just like that. In the end, he has no choice but to live his whole life in a tiny little bucket.
I guess maybe I shouldn't have said all those things to him then.
What's that? What's the smirk for?
I'm home now.
You're late, you brat. What were you, slacking off?
I wasn't slacking off.
Look, just give it here, all right? This is all he gave you? Ugh, that damn shopkeeper. He's shortchanging you just because you're a kid.
Then why don't you
I'm
go?
Sorry, Dad. I'll make sure that I buy a lot more tomorrow.
Don't make excuses, you hear me?
May I please have dinner now?
You hardly do any work, but you sure can eat all right.
Was it gonna just be barely anything?
Hey! Trying to hide something like this from me, huh?
What?
But you don't even know how to read.
Why can't he
You're an empty,
have
hollow,
that?
good-for-nothing who doesn't have a single thing to his name. You try leaving this village, boy. You'll only be making yourself an easy target. You can't put your trust in strangers. Believe me, I'm only telling you the absolute truth.
And
I'm
that's
just saying all this
one
for
thing
your
that
own
stuck with
good.
him.
Now listen up. As your punishment for not listening to me,
Come
tonight,
on.
you won't be getting any dinner.
What?
Go on, go to bed.
It's terrible. That guy is terrible. Barely anything.
If you got any complaints, go somewhere else. Although I run the only liquor store in this village.
Crazy. Freaking just goes into town just to get some freaking alcohol for his dad. That's just crazy.
Oh, hello. Are you from this village? I don't know if you're aware, but there's a plague that's going around this region. May we draw some
Plague?
of your blood to test it and determine if you have any illnesses? Oh, hey, wait a minute!
Hey, loser, that hurts.
Who the frick are you?
I'm sorry.
What's the deal, Kawaki? Is your dad
They
making
know
you
him?
run his errands for him again?
I'm in a real hurry.
Man, I gotta say, you sure do have it pretty rough taking care of that crazy dad of yours.
Yeah, so can you leave him alone?
Oh, yeah, right. I almost forgot about that. Your dad totally lost his mind back during the war.
Come on, you guys, stop. Don't make fun of my dad.
Huh?
Look, there's nothing wrong with my dad at all. My dad is a true hero. You guys don't know anything about him, so just shut up!
Hey, knock it off. Quit yelling at us.
Come on.
Stop that, you two!
Can't catch a break.
Or are you looking to get hurt?
Let's go.
Go on, go!
Thanks for your help.
Take this. Get cleaned up. So listen, I heard about your dad.
Is that gonna be like the staff
My
that he ends
childhood
up
was
using
pretty
in the
much
future?
same, so I get it. But still, nothing good will come from just enduring it all. Want to come along and sell goldfish with me? You can help carry buckets. I go around to various villages. I can teach you how to do this job from the bottom up.
I can't leave my dad all alone.
Yeah, but
I need to get home with this liquor.
Yeah, bro.
it looks like the bottle's cracked. Hey, are you all right? I'm sorry about that.
Oh, there's blood there, and they're gonna take it. And I see yellow. Yep, it's her. So what? Like, did they want his blood specifically, or like what?
Why did this happen?
Maybe they're trying to find if like somebody. Oh man, if somebody has some like sort of lineage to some sort of clan, powerful clan.
Dad, I'm sorry. I'll fix all this tomorrow.
Ah, you rat.
It's not his fault.
You're a little good for nothing. Can't you do anything right? You can't even buy me liquor now?
Dad, stop! I'm sorry, Dad. Please forgive me.
This ain't right, man.
Let me
This
out
ain't
of
right.
here. Please, Dad, please!
Hey, shut up, you hollow idiot!
What's crazy is that I bet that he just like
Dad, let me out of here.
it's like when he ends up leaving here, because Jigen takes him. It's probably not any better. Probably got worse.
Who the hell do you think you are knocking on my door at this hour?
Is this when he shows up?
Apologies for coming by so
Yeah.
late.
So what do you want with me?
I have a proposition that may be of interest to you.
All right, let's hear more. Because like when they showed it the first time, they showed like his lips moving, but they didn't. You couldn't hear it. So let's see if we can hear it this time.
Who is this man, Dad?
Wait, you really want to give me that much money for this worthless kid?
So he
What do
does.
you want with him anyway?
He does accept
That's
money.
none
for-
of your concern.
Please, Dad, answer me.
That's
Who is
crazy,
this man? And what is all of this about money?
Hurry up and gather your things together. Well, go on. I don't want you here anymore.
What the heck?
What do you mean, Dad? No, please don't. This is my home. Please, Dad, let me stay here.
Didn't you hear what I just said? I told you you're no longer part of this household.
But I don't want that. I'll be a good kid, I promise. I'll make lots more money. Please, I'll buy you a lot of liquor.
You're just a good-for-nothing kid. An annoying little brat.
Oh, come on. What the heck? It's just crazy. Like he, after being treated like this, he still wants to be here.
Let's just get on with this.
Now, once your son is mine, you'll never get
And
him
here's this
back
part.
again. Do you fully understand?
He's just hollow and empty. He's not worth anything at all.
Wow.
Other than being my punching bag, that is. So
Yeah.
what's the deal? Are you a god or something? It's like a dream come true.
Wow, that's crazy, dude. What a terrible freaking dad.
Lucky me.
Without a doubt, the worst dad in the series.
I bet you've experienced a lot of suffering in your young life. But all of that is over now. Because I'm going to be taking custody of you. You did well enduring it all. So don't be worried. From this moment on, I am your father, Kawaki. Understand?
Wow.
There is nothing to be afraid of. Now, come with me.
That's crazy, dude. And things probably only
Are
got
you
worse.
reluctant to leave this place?
Where are you taking me anyway?
So you're asking me a question before even answering mine. You'll find out if you come with me.
So what did they find when they took his blood, though?
What's wrong? Is this your first time leaving your village? This tunnel is the only connection between your village and the outside world. It was quite difficult to find. You're leaving your birthplace, yet you're not taking any belongings with you?
He doesn't really have anything.
I guess your life will change completely after today. So I suppose there's no need to hold on to any old things you have.
I've never actually had anything I could call my
I
own.
want to know how he gets the karma,
Is
though.
there anything you've always wanted to have?
No.
Well, I'll do my best to think of the perfect present to commemorate our meeting.
My dad, I mean, that man always told me that I should never trust any outsiders. That they're out to deceive us. He always used to say that I was a hollow and empty good for nothing. So why did you pay all that money for me? What are you planning to do with me now?
That's what I'd like to know as well.
Oh.
Just what do you plan on doing with him?
Oh my
And
gosh.
who are you?
What's gonna happen
I'm
to
the
this
one who's
guy?
asking the questions here.
Oh
You're
no.
a smuggler, aren't you? I can recognize by your stench that we're in the same business.
This is bad.
Anyway, I was the one who laid eyes on this brat first. I was trying to get him to trust me so I could sell him off, but then you just had to come along and
Oh,
interfere
he
with that.
was bad though
Hey, kid,
too.
come over here.
You mean that you tricked me?
And
You
that's
seem to
that's
be
why he
laboring
doesn't
with a
trust
wrong
it. That's why
impression
that's
about
still
me.
stuck
Why
with
don't we
him.
talk things out a little, just you and I? What do you say to that?
Oh, that sounds just fine.
guy's probably
He's
gonna
looking
die.
to make a deal with me?
Go on ahead, Kawaki. Wait outside the tunnel.
And don't try running away, kid. There's no point. It won't take long to capture you.
Hey, but when he wakes up after thinking about this past right here, he actually has some goldfish right near him, which will be a sign that things are gonna be different in the Leaf Village for him.
We're done with our little chat. He gladly withdrew any claim he imagined he had.
He probably just erased him from existence.
He was really...
From what you've said to me so far, it appears you think being empty and hollow is a bad thing. But that isn't the case at all.
And now he
You have
becomes a
value,
vessel.
Kawaki, perhaps more than you know.
a goldfish. What I really wanted was a goldfish.
Thank you for responding to my question from before. In return for that, I'll now answer the one you posed to me earlier. In the place we're heading to, there are several other children who are similar in age to you. They all come from backgrounds that are quite like your own as well.
Where are we?
He's out of the...
Don't be worried,
barrel.
you're somewhere safe. There's nothing to be afraid of here.
Is that the last child, Jigen?
Where are the other ones?
Yes, that's correct.
I mean,
Be
I
sure
feel
to
like
treat
Code
him
is probably one of them.
courteously, Amado.
Of course. Trust that I will.
I told you, Kawaki. There's nothing to be afraid of. You've now become one of my very own and very precious children. First and foremost, I want you to accept me as your new father. And once you're able to do that, you will no longer be hollow. And when both you and I do become parent and child for real, then I shall give you a very special present.
For real. So maybe he gives him some of his DNA or whatever.
Don't be worried. You're somewhere safe now. There's nothing to be
And
afraid
the
of. here.
present is probably the karma. Wow, that was an interesting episode, man. Kawaki backstory right there. And obviously there's more to it, so I feel like we will see some more of that. I don't know if we're going to see that right away, but we did get a lot there. And first and foremost, I mean, that episode was just beautifully done. It almost didn't look like this show. It looked like, it kind of reminded me of Attack on Titan a little bit, honestly. Just the way the lighting was, the way the eyes looked. That was a really beautifully done episode. And so yeah, so Kawaki's he's just had it rough. And now there was that one part with his dad where you know, they showed like part of that a couple times when Jigen was talking to his dad and he was like, oh, you understand that you'll never see him again or whatever he said. And the last time they showed that part, I was like the time when they showed that before, you know, this episode in like 180 something, and they didn't show like what the dad said at that point. I was just like, oh yeah, sounds good to me, as if like he was saying that. And that's basically what it was, except even worse. Like he ended up freaking accepting money from Jigen, and he just sold his kid off to him. He's just a terrible, terrible guy. And Kawaki basically had like Stockholm syndrome. It's like he didn't want to leave the place at all. He wanted to stay with his dad, even when like those other, you know, bullies were saying bad stuff about his dad. He was like, oh, you don't understand. You don't know who he is. He's a hero and all that stuff. He's just like being treated like crap that whole time, but he still, you know, wanted to stay with his dad and everything. And then he gets taken by Jigen, and Jigen says that, you know, he brings him to that spot. He said that there's other kids there. I think Code is probably one of the ones he was talking about, but who were the other ones? Maybe there's some that like didn't survive. He did kind of like say some stuff. He was like, when I become your father for real or whatever. Like, I think what he might be meaning by that is that, because you saw like all those things, I think that he was put all sorts of DNA into him. Because like Katasuke said, like he's modified. He was a normal person. He's not like Mitsuki, but then he was modified like after the fact. And I think that that's probably what Jigen meant when he said that he was going to be his father for real, because they would, you know, have the same DNA, but also that present that he's talking about, it might be the karma. But how can he give that to him? That's what I don't understand. So I can't wait to find out, like, you know, how he was able to do all of this. Like, is it different than the stuff that Orochimaru is? Because Orochimaru and Kabuto, they did kind of similar things in terms of like modifying their bodies with other people's DNA. So is it like that, or did Jigen find some sort of other method of doing it that is like better? But also maybe one of the DNA that he was able to get is like an Otsutsuki or something. I don't know. I'm not sure. So anyways, this was a really cool episode. Beautifully done. But what did you guys think about it? Let me know down in the comment section. Also, if you did enjoy the reaction, leave a like. That would be greatly appreciated. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Feel free to check out the other social media. And if you're watching on YouTube, consider checking out patreon.com/DonDiego if you want to catch these reactions ahead of time. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.